Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video. You can see by the thumbnail, if this one goes ahead, way too big for my truck. So Chris is going to have to chauffeur me around for this one. Chris does keep laughing, he's still nodding his head and laughing because I'm about to go and do something that goes against all the rules. You do not do it.
No.
I'm going to meet a man in a pub car park to buy a Ford Transit van, guys. Honestly, I've heard the reason why it's in a pub car park, but Chris is like, I don't like the sound of this one bit, but I'm sure it's all going to be fine. We're going to do our checks and we're going to head straight there and see if we can buy it. So we'll pick up if it turns out all right. So as usual, regardless of whatever it is, of course, especially buying it in a pub car park, we're going to run a car vertical check. So on this particular one, I'll use the VIN number. And diesel, it does say 2015 there, but that is the actual build date of the vehicle. That is a 2015 on model. So you can see there things to know about the Ford Transit 2015. The 2016 Ford Transit is a versatile vehicle, handling a variety of tasks, and comes with different engine options, body types, etc, etc. So financial and legal, again there, no problems whatsoever. Everything is exactly how it should be. No scrap marker. Last MOT there passed successfully. Not exported, not imported. No outstanding lease or finance. And no stocking loans. That's a new one that's recently been coming up, stocking loans. So car dealerships, people selling cars that are trade, that offer finance, can actually put stocking loans on their vehicles, so they can buy the vehicles and then automatically get the finance from the finance companies and then pay it back when they've sold them. I'm sure it's not 100% of the value, but it's definitely worth keeping an eye on. So damage there, you can see it's green and all clear. Specs and equipment, that was very interesting on this one. So it does tell you there what it is, full transit, and then when you scroll down, it actually tells you everything that van come with from the factory and didn't come with. So less underbody protection, which is definitely going to be worth looking underneath it, isn't it? Left roof lining conversion, less rather, no description available. Low roof line, rear splash guards, front splash guards, diesel particulate filter, and then timeline, 11 records found, manufacturer's date there, first 2000 and the third 2016 was registered. Ownership change 0818, that's when he said he bought it, and he is the only other owner on it. So vehicle was inspected, had a private plate change, was inspected, failed an MOT there, another MOT, another license plate change. So you can see one previous owner, and that van all checks out absolutely fine. And just to show you an example of a bad report, this is actually the Mercedes A220 AMG line that we did, and you can see it's all clearly highlighted there in amber. And then you can actually scroll down on the check and it tells you there the write-off dates available and Category S repairable structural damage. I want to thank Car Vertical once again for the continued support on the channel. Guys, if you want to check your car, check out a car you're buying, or check a car out for somebody else, use the code up on screen now, or there's a link in the description. Honestly guys, I did not stop laughing all the way there. You can see we're in the van, we bought it, and the guy, he was brilliant. He was a lovely guy, and of course his in-laws actually own the pub and he lives there, and the only reason he's actually selling this van is because it's not ULEZ compliant and he works in the city. And he showed me while we was there his new van, so it was all completely above board, nothing to panic about whatsoever. But yeah, it didn't sound right, did it, at the beginning? Anyway, let's jump out. Or actually, I'm going to run in and get the mics because Chris is not even back yet. He left before me and he's still not back. So I'll run in and get the mics and we'll pick up as soon as he gets here. I've been back 10 minutes. Look, talk about Captain Slow. Saving on diesel, probably. I didn't put my foot down. You've come down.
39.3 miles to the gallon.
I've just said on camera, I bet you was trying to save a few quid.
30, I was trying to keep it at 40, but 39.3 average. That was to the gallon.
Yeah, I've been back 5 minutes.
Yeah, you gunned it. That's
No,
why.
I haven't. I've unlocked and got the microphones as well. Leave your car here. Let's have a look.
I had your money.
I haven't put no diesel in it.
All right, mate.
Come
I'll park up.
No, leave it here. Leave it here. I just said we was laughing all the way there, but what a lovely guy.
Yeah, yeah.
He actually lives there, and it's
long-term subscriber, isn't he?
Yeah, he is as well. Yeah. So I have already said this. The only reason he's selling this van is because it's not ULEZ compliant, and he's replaced it for I don't know if that was a Renault Traffic or a Vauxhall Vivaro, but not without its few little faults. The van, but is it time to reveal the mileage?
Yeah, you can.
169,000 miles.
Oh, it's done a bit of leg.
You wouldn't think it though.
No,
it drives perfect. He's had new brakes put on it, new tyres. Now, I reckon we just do our walk around on this. It's going to be a pretty quick turnaround, I think. We start here, and then as we're going around, say what we're going to do to it. Them wheels need refurbing.
They do really. It would tidy it right up.
It would look how straight that van is.
It is very good.
I can see it's got a little crease through there.
Yeah, a little scar there.
That you wouldn't do, but a wheel refurb. Also, blind spot mirror.
Yeah.
Got a few little cracks in it. I am going to grab the keys out because it's deadlocked.
Yeah.
He's had all of the locks removed and had the proper security locks put in. And same round here. Let's get that unlocked.
Yeah, all boarded. Yeah, good.
Quite tidy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a dog at all, is it?
No, the little black plastic panel's missing there, but again, nothing to worry about, is it? He did say the spare wheel's in the back because he had to put it on one day and he's never got round to putting it back underneath. Security.
Yeah, yeah.
And he had this fitted on his new van as well, did you see it?
Yeah.
But this side, again, very, very nice. Let down by the wheels.
And the panel.
And he said this is a really common item, and I didn't know this, to be stolen on transit vans. Guys, so anyone for transit, have you had one of them stolen? He actually ordered a new one, but it wasn't arriving until later on today, and we couldn't hang around, we got things to do. So he's actually going to meet me and drop that off to me. And I think that is it. The van doesn't want anything else outside. But moving to the inside, obviously it's
quite good, isn't it?
it's lovely. It's got a burn in it there, and it just wants a clean.
Yeah.
But look at the door panels and the dash.
Oh.
Mate, can I buy you a new pair for your birthday?
I'm saving up.
It's
for
your
a pair.
birthday this week, isn't it? Let me
Next
buy
week.
you
I'm saving up
next
for
week.
them, Rob. No, I'm saving up for them, mate.
Very, very nice, clean and tidy. I'll get you to take that. I'm going to grab the keys and I'm going to fire it up. He's fixed them.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll open the bonnet and fire it up. Listen how sweet this sounds for doing that many miles.
Well, it obviously gets along pretty well, Rob.
Honestly, mate, I wasn't going fast. I come back through, you've come down the 249, I come back down the M2 on the Faversham Road.
Yeah, I did. I don't know how you got in front of me because I left before you.
When you pulled out that pub car park, you turned left.
Yeah, that's the way he told me to go.
I turned right. So obviously I'll cut out a load of traffic. Look how tidy that all is. And I've been down underneath this, there ain't a drop of oil on it anywhere.
That's good, Rob. Yeah. Yeah, nice.
And
well, hopefully a nice little quick turnaround this one.
Yeah, normally on a van with this miles, it would be courier, builders, fencers, in, out, and you can see just by that tiny little hole that it's never been any of that.
No.
He's a sparky, I think he said, and literally drives it to work, gets his tools out, and then gets back in it again.
Any money in it?
That's a logbook with some paperwork. I did notice there's some shrapnel in the glove
Is there?
box.
Yes. Oh, that'll help with the holiday fund, won't it?
But overall, let's just show that mileage. It's hard, like, in this vehicle, because unlike most of them that we have, it ain't really got a lot wrong with it, has it?
No, it'd be a nice quick turnaround, this one, won't it? But that's, you know.
Right, mate, you've got nothing to do on this one.
Oh, it makes
nothing.
Change,
I'm going to do it all.
Nice.
Am I allowed to use a new Hoover? Wet and dry Hoover?
That's what it's for, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Karcher.
Yeah, let's get it all cleaned up and see how it turns out. So nothing we can teach you here, guys, that you don't already know. Straight out with a jack, 4 axle stands, and of course, where the yard is slightly elevated, we are going to put the axle stands a little bit higher on the front just to keep it on even ground, because it's going to be left like this for probably 24 hours before the wheels come back. So off with the wheels, straight in the back of the van. All right, and if you insist, I'll let you help me get the wheels off, all right? I don't know, it was your...
You ain't got to do anything on this one.
You said we're going home in a minute. Let's quickly get them wheels off. So just a reminder, guys, of how bad they are. I've just rung him and he said, Rob, drop them off. I'll get them done for you as soon as I can. So let's get them dropped up there and we'll see them when they come back. Look how much nicer and brighter those wheels look. They're going to make so much difference. I'm going to have that part shortly. He's coming to meet me, so I'm going to grab that. And the blind spot mirror, a friend of mine is having a look through some old bits that he's got, trying to find it before I go ahead and actually buy a new one. So doing this one on a budget. Of course, I'll do the numbers at the end, but in the meantime, let's get these wheels fitted, get the caps back on, and have a look what they look like. I think they're going to look fantastic. Well, you can see they are a mile away. Let's do it. Look how fresh they look. So putting both of the wheels around one side, then on with the front ones first, on with the back ones, got them all started, got the bolts done up, and then jacked it up and removed the rear axle stands, then the front ones, and then straight round with a torque wrench, torque them all up, centre caps on in the wheels, and all done there. Come on, put it in the comment section down below. Was that worth doing? That has made so much difference to that van. Imagine once that panel's in there and it's all wiped over, a bit of tyre shine on there, it's gonna look fantastic. I know, like we said, we already started off with a good base. Look how good that looks. Right, I'm gonna wait till we meet the chap with this little side part, and then I need to do something about these seats. But the heat, honestly, it's I'm not going to moan about it, guys, but it is very, very hot. So I want to wait till it cools down a little bit, or may even take this to the car wash and get them to do it. We'll see how the day pans out, but I want to get that little bit of trim fitted first and do everything in the order that we said we was going to do it in. Yeah, they just look 10 times better. What an absolute legend the bloke is we bought this van off. Just turned up with it. He's been waiting for it to come, obviously, and it was a bit late. It's got a bit of yellow around it, and it's had a little touch up, but I reckon that'll all clean up. I'll get most of that off, and then we get that fitted. This one is being turned around really quick. I've had a look at our new wet and dry vac, and I need to get a different head for it. So unfortunately, I can't actually do the seats. So I'm going to get this bit fitted, get that all cleaned up, and then I'm going to go down to the car wash and get them to do them, I think. And we've got a nice couple of days, so I can leave it out to dry. We need to get that taped on there as well with some double-sided, because the little tabs have all ripped there, you can see. Right, let's get it done. Let's stop talking about it and get it done. So quite easy, quite straightforward. There was 4 little clips. I had to replace all 4 of them for new ones. Bit of that double-sided tape behind those rubbers there so that they don't fall off anymore. And of course that cover does hold those rubbers in position. They stay behind it, so that's fine. So a little bit of a polish, on with a cover. Job's a good one. I'm happy with that. Completely happy with that. So the last little bit to do, blind spot mirror, which my friend has got. I've just got to pop to his house and grab it. And these front seats. They actually look a lot worse on camera than they actually are when you're standing here. They don't look nowhere near as bad, but you can see they are quite grubby. But I've just spoken to the car wash and they're not really that busy today. You'll probably see I'm in normal clothes. It is the weekend now, but let's drop this off there. I'm going to leave it with them for a few hours and then we'll pick it up. But instead of me including a before and after, guys, just have a look at the state of them now. And let's have a look as soon as we pick it up. I'm sure it's going to be fine. And again, couldn't be happier with how nice this van's turned out. Very, very quick. Loads of little simple jobs to do. It's just that mileage, isn't it? I mean, it doesn't affect the way it drives. It drives beautiful, this van, but that is some mileage. Right, let's get up there and get it done. Now, I know I rave on about them quite a lot down at the Key Street car wash, but look at that van. I've said to him, do the seats and then after, give it a wash. And they've given it a full valet. They've bumper gelled the bumpers, the side mouldings, the mirrors. Completely brought that van back to life. And I said, I went in to pay him. He went, oh, we did do in the back as well, Rob. It seemed a shame not to do it while it was here. I think the only thing left for me to do now is I'm going to get underneath it and I'm going to fit that spare wheel back in. But look, they've cleaned it all out in here, swept it out and given this a wipe over. Probably some of that Jenny Chem quick wax they've put on that. And I noticed that was open. They've closed that so that you can get obviously longer lengths in the back of this van. This van, I'm sure is it a long wheelbase? It probably is a long wheelbase, guys, isn't it? Right, now for the main bit. Actually, we're going to have to do it. Let's include a picture of before. Look at those seats. They've done the backs and the bases of them. And that driver's seat, I leaned over earlier and showed that. You can see there's a tiny dark patch there, and that's where I've just sat in it to drive it back. But even the armrest, look. All the floors have all been cleaned, all lovely. It was already nice in here, wasn't it? But now it just looks exceptional. Let's just quickly go the other side. Now, if I covered the clocks up and asked anyone to guess the mileage on this, they'd say, well, it's a bit of a trick question, so it's got to be 100. You would not think that this van has done nearly 170,000 miles. Look how nice it all is. Right, there's one thing left. Let's go inside and crunch the numbers. Now, I was going to do the numbers, go in the workshop and do the numbers, but this is actually a really nice place to be. So why not just jump in the van and do the numbers? It's nice and quiet. And also, as soon as I click the camera on, I can see he's actually washed all of that roof lining as well. There is still some little marks on it, but overall, I'll always be impressed with their work. And I know I do always go on about it quite a lot, and it's not even a plug for them. It genuinely is. They are really good, and they do go above and beyond. So we're going to have to do the numbers together on this one. So a bit weird with the numbers. We paid £3.5 grand for this van. Now, some people would say that's really cheap. Other people are going to say it's expensive. What we said is it's a risk. It's done 170. It's borderline. It's very, very difficult to sell a van with these miles on it. I've flicked through on eBay and there is a few on there up around these miles. And of course, we're going to make this one a bit cheaper than them. So we paid £3.5 grand for it. And I said to Chris, I think there's a day's money in that van, just tidying it up. And he agreed with me. So we give £3.5 grand for it. Don't forget we're doing these together because I haven't written it down. We give £150 to have the wheels refurbed. I've put 20 quid's worth of diesel in it. I've just give them £40 for the valet. So it's about 3,737 something it owes us. So there might be something I've missed. My mate give me a blind spot mirror, but unfortunately I haven't fitted that yet. I'm going to grab it off him tonight and chuck it on before it goes. So we are going to ask for this van 4.5 grand. And I think that's a good day's money for a little bit of work that we've done. But what I am going to say is I will need to discuss it with Chris. I don't think this is going to be a car that we want to sell to a subscriber. It is a high risk item with that mileage on it. Yes, it's got full service history. Yes, Rob, you said it drives lovely and I trust you and I get that. But it is a high risk item for us. 170,000 miles, full transit, not the most reliable in the world. I know that sounds bad, me saying it, but I know that I can trade this van out for that money to one of the car traders that I know, and it'll be gone, and that'll be the end of it. You know, if they had a problem further down the line after they retailed it, it would be down to them. It wouldn't be down to us. So probably one that I'm going to trade out, but overall couldn't be more happier with how it come out. Really nice quick turnaround. Of course, put it in your comment section down below what you think. Do you want to see us do a few more little bits like this? Because I went to get this van and I said to Chris, I'm going to do a short on it. He said, mate, that'll make a fantastic video, and everybody loves a transit van video. So that is going to be the end of today's video. As usual, if you did enjoy it, we appreciate the thumbs up. You can follow us on Instagram for the little sneak peeks to reach out to me, but always include your telephone number, guys, at Salvage Rebuilds. Of course, you can follow Chris on his personal one at Salvage Rebuilds Chris. TikTok, Twitter, all the rest of them, Salvage Rebuilds UK. Like, subscribe and share, and we'll see you very, very soon in the next one.